and welcome to Ernie's Tennis Channel. Tonight we're going to be going over forehands. As a beginner, you're going to hit a ton of forehands because you're too scared to go for a backhand. So I want to talk about this today. This is the triangle of death or the triangle of prosperity. When you're a beginner, the first thing that I want you to do is focus on getting your racket back quickly and getting it to the right place beneath your hips. I don't care if you run down a ball or you're super fast. If you haven't moved your arms into the proper position, you're just not going to be able to get the ball back anyway. So step number one, get the racket back and get this triangle back into the right place. Let's go to the tape.
So here Liam drops the ball. He's doing a good job by getting his racket back early, but the problem is that his racket is up over his hip, and look at his strings. So now the ball is going directly into the net because his racket's coming from behind his head basically. So the key to a good shot is you're always going low to high. And even though he thinks he is, where his racket started is actually what's messing him up. So here, look at me. My racket comes down, my triangle's completely parallel to the ground, and now all I have to do is just flick my racket forward. Liam, because his racket's all the way up above his hip, he's got to come down and then hit it, whereas I'm already down, and all I have to do is bring my racket forward. So it's a super easy hack. All you have to do to really start having a great forehand is making sure that your triangle is parallel to the ground and below your hips. That way when you swing, your topspin's going to get naturally up and over the net rather down and into the ground. So step number one, again, bring that racket down and make sure it's beneath your hip before anything else happens. So just like boxing, you want to make sure that your strokes are short and to the point. So step number one is always going to be get that racket back. The more motion you have, the more places that your racket head is going before it's ultimately in the right place, the less power you're going to get on your shot. So the first way to really maximize your power and increase the likelihood that your timing is good is making sure that your racket is back first before anything else is going on. We'll go over footwork next week.